name is Larry Winger. I entered agriculture in 1974 and have been actively farming since then. I have a son and daughter who are both engaged in farming.
My name is Andrew Winger. I'm a farmer since I was big enough to get in the way.
We grow all soybeans and corn. Our operation is generally 50-50.
I do a lot of the day-to-day operations. It's been a lot of big changes. Technology obviously being one of the big ones.
When I first started farming, a Texas Instrument calculator was some of the most sophisticated equipment we have. Now we have equipment in our tractors and combines that allow us to not even have to steer it. It steers itself and gathers the data that we're performing and gives us information that we only dreamed about gathering.
Collecting data, before it was always just farmers doing it all in their heads. They knew where the good spots were, they knew where the bad spots were, and now we actually put it on paper and use it.
When the climate changes, we may be growing different crops, and technology is going to allow us to adapt to those conditions, to use hybrids that may need less water, to hybrids that are specific to nitrogen uptake so that we can apply less fertilizer to the ground. As the population increases, margins become much thinner to get as much as you possibly can out of an acre that you plant. And technology is going to be vital in allowing us to do that. We are no longer a local industry. When I first started, you would call the elevator for the price and that would be it. Now we operate globally. And I need to know conditions in Malaysia, I need to know conditions in Argentina and Brazil. Data share is just, to me, is going to be very important. One of the things that drew me to data share was that the information was being collected by Thomson Reuters. Unbiased, accurate reporting is something that farmers definitely need. A lot of the information that we are asked for, we never know the source of where the information is coming from or how the information will be used.
The technology is already there today. You can pull out your phone or your iPad and see where all your machinery is and what it's doing. And if someone is planting, you can look and see what the planter is doing, how it's performing. There's conferences for farmers in the wintertime. It's talked about a lot, the technology and how you're implementing that technology. And because all the information in the world really isn't worth anything unless you use it for something. And figuring out the best ways for your operation to use that information is probably the biggest challenge.
It will affect world hunger. If I know that there's going to be a short crop in Argentina or Brazil on soybeans, I may make the decision to plant more soybeans here, because not only will they be worth more, but the world may want more soy oil for people to cook with around the world, and the demand for that will be there. Same way with palm oil in Malaysia. The El Nino that we're predicted to have normally has a drought effect in Australia and Malaysia. So wheat farmers will know that, and that's a possibility that they may want to plant more wheat because the market may be greater next year for that. These demands will only become greater in places like India and China. These are the markets that we will be meeting. We are just on the cusp, I think, of how technology is going to change agriculture in the next 20, 30 years. I think it's important to realize that this is our heritage here. And we want to take care of this land and pass it on to the next generation better than what we found it to be from our generation. And doing so, we have to do it in an environmentally friendly way. And we have to grow the products that people need and want. And I think it's just important that we pass that on.